Alright, y'all. You know what time it is? It's Giovanni, Seattle Side Show. I got a Reddit clip for y'all. I'm hella excited for this one. So, I'm doing video and I'm doing audio at the same time. Now, on YouTube, this video is going to start before the actual audio clip, but I've got two questions from Reddit I'm going to answer. Do the usual that I usually do, but this time we up in the ante on the video. Alright, y'all? Alright. I'm gonna put my hood up because it's kind of cold. So let's get it. Start the audio on here. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, y'all, you know what time it is. What up, what up, what up? It's Giovanni, Seattle Side Show. Social skills enthusiast. I'm sitting here on YouTube. I got the camera to the right of me. So those that are just listening on the podcast off of podbean, you won't see the video. But those on YouTube, you guys can see me. Alright? So let's dive right into it, okay? I'm not gonna do my usual. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on, you guys know that. But I'm gonna start with Find a Path. And this one struck me because I'm 25 and home, is it a girl or a guy? I mean girl or a guy. Let's see. Sorry, I'm kind of new to this. EyeGlassKid. Okay. But let's just get into it, guys, okay? So let's read it. 25 and stuck. How do I move forward? A little bit of background about myself. I'll read, most of it is kind of a lot. They do have a TLDR down here, but you know, I'm being my generous self. I'm gonna read it, okay? So let's get it, y'all. A little bit of background about myself. College dropout because pursuing an engineering degree was definitely not a thing for me. Tried to change courses during my college days, but being in a conservative Asian family in a third world country at best, they were more open to job stability and common job titles, aka engineer, doctor, lawyer. So I worked in the customer service industry for about 4 years. First job was a help desk type of job, but it was limited to only Microsoft products such as Windows and Office. Also, we were supporting consumer products and not business enterprise products. Enjoyed troubleshooting, fixing issues, but the workplace will lead you to be burned out immediately. Forced overtimes, forced rest day overtimes, no breaks to go to the clinic unless you use your lunch for it, leaves you will never, seldom use, and so much more. Wow. I'll put my hood up, y'all, as my ears get cold. That led me to quit and apply to a much higher paying job and good benefits and perks. And it was still a technical support role, but more closely related to the hardware, like smart assistants and CAS-enabled devices. However, I was thinking of moving away from the customer service industry and decided to do a career change. Also, working at night shift for the past 4 years was enough for me because I usually don't have time for other stuff anymore, so I decided to quit again. Okay, so we got a higher paying job, good benefit perks, but it was more or less the same, and he was still on that night shift. Now I'm stuck on how I will proceed from here on out. I'm planning to engage in a role that will use the skills acquired to get necessary education certification required, but it seems like everything is interesting for me, which leads to a big amount of time thinking and not moving. I was thinking of pursuing a career on IT, which is the closest I can think of to pursue for my skill set that I have, and move up from there. For me, the path is much more detailed on what certification, education, education to get first, and the positions to consider moving up. Okay, I know a little bit about that. And actually, one of my cousin's wife's sister's husband works here in the city, and he works for one of the big tech companies here. And he told me about certificates, but I'll get into that a little later. Another thing is pursuing web development. Okay, I don't want to take too long to read this, guys, but last I saw, he's thinking about web development here. The last option is digital marketing. However, I don't know where to begin and how to move up from the industry. Any advice, any criticism will help me definitely. I just want to read your thoughts on how to move forward from my predicament and any information related to the industry you've chosen. Thanks for reading, everyone. I really appreciate it. Okay. Okay. All right, let me take my hood off because I'm thinking now. So, and it's kind of cold out here, guys. But this is what I do for you guys. We'll see you outside show. So, here's the thing. EyeGlassKid. I'm 25 too. I just hit the crossroads personally with my. Let me put this in the side. It's kind of with. I moved the camera to the side for the people who can't see. But I hit 25, and I feel like I hit the crossroads myself as far as what I want to do. And my advice might sound a bit unorthodox, but again, right here you said just any suggestions. I traveled from like 22 to 25. I lived in like some like Charlotte. I lived in Seattle. I was in California for a little bit, and I was like you. I was doing the college route thing, and I realized like this isn't what I want to do. Not only because I don't like the classroom setting that much. I have like ADHD, and I don't like sitting still and everything. But I had friends working at Microsoft, making six figures, but it's like they get up, go to work, code, play video games, sleep, and repeat. Like, that's not what I wanted. And it was almost like they were making all that money. And they really weren't even making that money because we were in Seattle, and it's hella expensive out there. So that's kind of another topic. Now, let me first say the more orthodox thing. So my friend here, I'm in Charlotte right now. I still wanna, am considering doing IT like on the side, but there's a guy you look up. Hopefully I'll remember to link it. But his name is Network Chuck, I believe that's his name. But look him up on YouTube. He does the whole download on like networking certificates, security certificates, just the whole nine. But my friend here knows a guy that works at Spectrum, and they said that industry is actually really hurting for qualified people for what the certificate. So like if you study, I think it's called, what is it? What is it? I forgot what it's called. I think it's the CIA. But it's the main certificates. I can't remember. I'm gonna just look this up and see what I can look it up real quick. It shouldn't take too long. Work. Sorry, y'all, but I don't like to give bad advice. Network Chuck. I don't like to give bad advice. Oh, I'm outside, so my internet might be. But I think it's called the C. What is it? The C. Damn, I can't connect out here. But I think it's called the. But just look up Network Chuck. He'll give you all that. But they told me that if you get those certificates, you dive into that industry, it's a lot of room for opportunity, and it's also few qualified people. So you do your job well. Well, that's what I want to say. The path going up is really well. It's really, really good. So that's definitely an option. Okay, so here it is. It came up. Yep, it's Network Chuck. And just look at his videos. He talks about like here. Okay, yeah, it's called the CCNA, and he made a video 7 months ago saying get your CCA right now. A new CCNA just came out, but if you want to get into that security stuff, CCNP is like after the CCNA. But that's tech stuff, and you will have to work most likely a desk position, and you gotta work your way up. But you said here on your post that you don't mind doing that anyway, so go for it, bro. Now you can do that IT stuff, all that. Now I'm talk about my more personal opinion. This is going on 10 minutes. I'll try to hurry up. I think especially at our age, when you hit 25, you are at like limbo. You're not in your early 20s anymore, but you're not in your late 20s yet. And it's like this crazy point in your life where you can take everything from your early 20s and like really sit and think on that. So for me, I learned that when it comes down to it, and it's going to get real deep and kind of philosophical, but life is about, I know it's cliche, but for real, it's about enjoying what you do. So I learned that I didn't want to do tech, not necessarily because of the work life, which is a big factor, but I don't see joy in being tied down to some corporate job. And what I mean by that is I gotta get up 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, same city, same people, same restaurant, same this, same that, doing the same thing over and over and over again. I feel like almost like I'm robbed of my freedom. And I learned I would rather work normal jobs. It's like, I don't care if I'm stocking shelves. Stack that money up, put it into my podcast that I'm doing right now. I just bought this camera that you see me talking on right now. To those on YouTube, and this microphone that I'm talking on right now, to those listening on the podcast. I was working at the hospital, grinding, busting my butt, 12-hour shifts to get this done because I'm serious about what I want to do in life. I know what I want. I want to invest into something, money that I can produce for myself. Even if I'm making, let's say I get to a point in life where, let's say I hit a ceiling where I can only make $2,500 a month, and that's it. I would actually be satisfied with that because I can travel on that. I can go live in Eastern Europe for a little bit on 2.5K. I can go to Brazil for a little bit. I can do whatever I want to do, and I can still do what I love. I can do my podcast, and I can do my video stuff, my photography stuff. I could do gaming videos. I can do whatever I want. That's what I found was happiness for me. So really sit down and think about what you're gonna want in life. And I don't mean to sound grim or black pill or edgy, like, you know, the kids nowadays say, oh yeah, man, I want to escape the system, man, I want to leave the matrix. I'm just saying, but for me, figure out, do you really want to spend all these years sacrificing for the job? If not, maybe you can go towards more something like what I'm doing. If you just want stable income, you don't want to take the risk, you don't want to grind and do what I'm doing here, making videos out in the cold to grow your channel, consistently uploading every day, then don't do that, dude. You're right. But just figure out what you want to do and pursue it. But really think, what is it that you want to do, bro? And that's my best advice to you. Alright, EyeGlassKid, this is Giovanni, Seattle Sideshow. Y'all know where to find me. YouTube. New cameras here. Y'all see it now. I'm hyped. I can't wait to get some interviews on this. And that's it. Good fortune to you, bro. Peace.